Welcome to the Claude Code detailed course. Let me first explain you on why anyone should learn Claude Code. From the last few years, the way we write software is changing, not slowly, not gradually, but fundamentally. Today, AI can write code, fix bugs, but here is the problem. Most developers are still using AI or coding assistants like a chatbot. They type a prompt, they copy the answer, prompt, copy, paste. So this cycle will repeat again and again. But that's not engineering. They're not building with AI, they're just texting with AI. This is like using a Formula One car to drive to the grocery store. It's like owning a power tool and using it as a hammer. It's like having a spaceship, but they are using it like a calculator. Basically, most of the developers, they're not building with AI or coding assistant, they are just texting it. But this course is going to change that. Inside this course, we're going to focus on learning and exploring everything about one of the most commonly used coding assistant in the IT industry. The tool is Claude Code. What is Claude Code? Claude Code is Anthropic's coding agent. It lives in your terminal, in your IDE like Visual Studio Code. It can live inside your GitHub repository. It can read your code base. It can edit files, run commands, open pull requests. It can talk to your browser, your database, or with any other external product that your project might be using. Most developers only use 10% of it. This course is the other 90%. By the end of this course, you won't think of Claude Code as a tool. You will think of it as your team member. Let me explain you about the agenda of this course very quickly. At the starting of the course, we're going to focus on setting up the Claude Code, exploring various modes of Claude Code, and on how we can customize the Claude Code behavior by using its permissions and other configurations. Here I have given a sample problem that most of the developers that they face while using Claude Code. When a developer installs Claude Code, they run it, but it is going to ask permissions for every single command, or in worst cases, it will not ask for any permissions and edit something it should not. So these kind of typical problems, we are going to solve them by mastering every mode of Claude Code from safe mode to YOLO mode. You will lock down permissions with the three guards: allow, ask, deny. You will teach Claude Code how to talk to you by customizing its output styles. And you'll also write a claude.md file so good that you will never have to repeat the same instructions to the Claude Code again and again. At the initial stages of the course, we're going to focus on all these basics around Claude Code. Once we get comfortable with the Claude Code, then we're going to focus on context management, sessions, and checkpoints in Claude Code. For example, most of the developers in the industry, they face a problem with the Claude Code. They may work on a complex task continuously 2 hours without any break. And with that, Claude's context window may fill up and the developer will panic and hit the clear button. With the clear button, the developer will lose everything that he discussed in that 2 hours marathon session. But that's not how we should use Claude Code. Inside this course, we are going to explore on how to learn about the invisible fuel tank, which is a context window, and how to stretch it based upon our requirements. We are going to explore on how to fork existing sessions like Git branches. And most importantly, we will learn on how to use the checkpoints in Claude Code. Checkpoints are nothing but control Z on steroids, which are going to help us to rewind any changes anytime if you feel Claude Code has done something wrong. Next, we are going to explore on how we can integrate with the Claude Code with the GitHub. We know in real enterprise applications, we're going to maintain all our code by using versioning systems like GitHub. Usually developers, they push their code, then they will navigate to the GitHub repo, they will try to review the pull requests manually, write the description manually, tag the reviewers manually, and wait for their feedback. But with the Claude Code, we're going to change this entire workflow. As soon as we push our code into the GitHub repo, and before you even open the GitHub website, The Claude Code will review it, fix the bugs, and open the pull request on behalf of you. You can also tag CloudBot on any issue inside GitHub. And with that, Claude Code will immediately work on the issue and push the code fix into the GitHub repo directly. All these Claude Code and GitHub integrations demo we are going to see by building some sample projects. After the GitHub integration, we're going to focus on how we can build our own custom rules and on how we can teach Claude Code to remember some important details about our code. We are also going to build our own custom skills which can be invoked on demand based upon our requirements. Next, we're going to focus on hooks. By using hooks, we can make sure Claude Code is not doing any damage to our code accidentally. We'll make sure that Claude Code is not touching our critical files. We'll make sure that Claude Code is not reading our sensitive files or secrets present inside our code base. After hooks, we will integrate MCP servers into the Claude Code so that the Claude Code can leverage the external tools that we expose by using MCP servers. For example, Claude Code can leverage Chrome Dev Tools to understand the problems inside our application and fix the issue. Similarly, we're also going to leverage some external tools like Playwright to automate testing of the scenarios. Next, we will move on to the advanced topic, which is sub-agents and agents team. By developing our own sub-agents, we can make Claude Code work parallelly. By using sub-agents and agent teams, we are going to follow that divide and conquer pattern that turns Claude Code from a single agent into a agentic team. I hope you're clear with the agenda of this course. Now, let me clear about something. This course is not about replacing the developers entirely. It's about removing the friction from development while using coding assistants like Claude Code so that you as a developer can focus on what actually matters. We all know AI is the future. We have to embrace it as a developer. According to me, there are only two kinds of developers that they are going to fail in this AI era. The set of developers who don't accept these AI tools and who never uses these AI tools, they are going to fail in the near future because they're not accepting the power of coding assistants like Claude Code. And the other set of developers who are going to fail is the developers who completely rely on the AI coding assistants to build their code and to maintain their applications. If you see both these developers, they are two extreme ends. But my humble recommendation is you don't have to be at either of these extreme points. Try to identify a sweet spot in between, and based upon your application, you need to leverage these coding assistants to improve the productivity of your work. And at the same time, don't try to blindly believe these coding assistants because at some point of time, if there is a issue arises which these coding assistants not able to fix, you will be in a tough spot. Someone who have a knowledge on the application or on the framework or on the language that they use inside an application, they can give better instructions to the coding assistants like Claude Code. And with that, the overall output delivered by them will be better compared to other developers who blindly uses the coding assistants. The prerequisite for taking this course is you should have basic programming knowledge in any language like Python, Java, JavaScript. Any language will work, and you should be comfortable in using the terminal or command line inside Windows operating system. You should also have a GitHub account. Free account also works. Next, you should also have a paid Claude account. You don't have to be an AI expert. You don't need to have a machine learning background. If you can write a simple function and use Git, then you are ready to take this course. Don't worry, you are in the safe hands. All the complex concepts of Claude Code, they explain by using a simple language and by using these beautiful presentations, which I'm going to share them as well with you inside the course. I'm Madan Reddy from Easy Bytes. Hope to see you in the next lecture. Welcome to the future of development.